What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We got to talk about Jay Williams and what he said about Keyshawn and Max on the way out the door, man. He said those are his boys, and they taught him so much, in the sports media world. Says that, Max even taught him words to use and different things to say when describing or giving his takes on sports topics. And, Keyshawn is Keyshawn. He been at it for a while, doing NFL commentary. Now, he was on the podcast with those guys, and the show was pretty good, pretty informative. They had a call-in format and different things, and it was pretty cool. But as you know, Disney lost a lot of money, man, and they cut a lot of people back, so much so that Stephen A says he doesn't even get comfortable at ESPN at this point. So Jay Williams knows that, hey, any day it could be him too. If they let David Pollack go, they let Jeff Van Gundy go, all these people that's been with the network for so many years, you can't get comfortable at all. We're going to check out what he had to say, and I'll be back with more commentary. Let's peep.
First off, I got so many texts over the last 5 days. First off, Freddie, people were hitting me like,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? I'm like, somebody hit me like, oh, don't go back to the bottle. I'm like,
don't go back to the bottle?
They bring me back when I was 21 years old. I had a bad accident one time.
I'm about to say, why they bringing that to your box set?
To the bottle. I'm like, the baby bottle? That's the only bottle I've been seeing lately. I've been feeding babies for the past 3-4 years.
It's like Jay had the greatest hits, and they said, by the way, this alternate track, this rarity. So whoa, wait, we don't need to bring that back to the table.
So, look, I mean, it's
tough.
The economy is going through this, right?
Yep.
And I don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. But if you're out there listening to our show, if you're watching our show, we've all gone through things where friends have lost jobs. It stinks.
It does.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And we give a lot of sports analogies here, Freddie. And it's like, sometimes the only way I know how to handle things is to play through.
Right.
To play through. And things happen. We're going to deal with it. I'm going to talk about Key. I'm going to talk about Max. Key has been my boy since the first day I met him 2.5, 3 years ago. Key came in being Keyshawn, the only way I know Keyshawn how to be.
Absolutely.
I fell in love with a guy who's just unapologetically him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I've been able to meet so many people through this industry. We've had Zubin, Alan Hahn, who's a boy, and then we have Max who came in. And I swear, Max and I still laugh about a lot of random things. And Max is my boy. I'm going to miss his John B. lookalike self from time when he raps.
Did you go 90s R&B
I'm just saying, when he had
Kellerman?
When he had everything. It was like the full goatee with the middle splice coming down the top.
The old pictures, he looked more like Backstreet Boys-esque and John B-esque.
And by the way, my vocabulary is off the charts because of Uncle Max. I mean, Max has taught you so many different words, right? So
You've been proficient in the language of love.
There you go. Continuing to spit facts, man. So I just want to give a shout out to those two.
Yep.
Those two have been my boys. They still are my boys. And also, people, you want to call in, you want to talk about some of the best times we've had as a show. Obviously, we're moving things to a different way. But I got nothing but love for Key.
No doubt about that.
Man. Those are my boys, man. Those are my boys, and we still here playing through it.
No doubt about it. It is hard to last 19 minutes more than ever before in any kind of career, any kind of business that you want to be employed in. So the fact that you guys were able to make that work together, it's not a reflection of what you didn't do. It's just the climate and the fluidity that has gone on that's not just affected us here, but affected, like you mentioned, businesses everywhere are going through these kind of things.
Well, it's like my boy David Pollack, over on ESPN College Game Day, Jeff Van Gundy. A lot of people have gone through challenging times, but a lot of people that we talk to, Freddie,
yeah, I know,
have gone through crappy times, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of friends, I've lost jobs before. I've gotten cut before. So the thing that all you can do is you can go home, you look at your family, you say, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to keep fighting.
Right.
It's been given an opportunity. I'm going to make the most of this opportunity, and that's what it's about. And we're still here. I think the best part about this show is that we don't run away from things.
You shouldn't run away from things.
We tell you how we feel about it. You may disagree, but it's like family. Family disagrees all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here for that type of conversation because we are family, and you guys are our family, and that is what matters at the end of the day, that we are here to help each other get through crappy and happy times.
Right.
And we can find fun through it all.
No, but
So as you can see right there, Jay Williams was talking about the fact that, yeah, it affected ESPN, the big mighty, sports powerhouse, but also, this has been affecting the average everyday person that goes to work that doesn't have this massive television platform to do their job on. It just so happens, that this is happening to ESPN, happening to some people that you're used to seeing and hearing live on network and live on TV, daily or bi-weekly or however often. Like someone like Jeff Van Gundy, it's going to be a little weird. But like I said in another video, you got NBC trying to acquire the rights to show NBA games again. And so maybe someone like that will pick him up, pick Jalen Rose up. You notice Jalen Rose started to kind of branch off and do his own thing. We were like, where's this show coming from? Where are these reactions coming from? Because he didn't do it this often. And now it comes out that he was one of the guys that was preparing himself for the layoffs. I mean, by all accounts, no one knew exactly who it was going to be. You kind of knew it wasn't going to be Stephen A. Smith. And everybody else, you kind of looked at as fair game as far as the firings go. But one thing I'm looking forward to at this stage is what these guys do next, because there are some places in television that can use some of these people. David Pollack, to take him off College Game Day, that's pretty amazing. That he, that's going to be a clear void when Game Day starts back up. So ESPN, but they had to make their decisions, and really it boils down to Disney more than anything. The $5 billion that was lost, they cut who they thought they needed to see cut. It doesn't matter about how good of an analyst someone is. I don't know what metrics they look at. Obviously, there's some favoritism there too with the people that they kept, because some people probably made more sense numbers wise to keep that they let go. But you have nepotism and all types of stuff that play a role behind the scenes. So I hope these guys and ladies find themselves a new home to do what they love, and use what ESPN gave them as a platform. It's hard for everybody out here, and that's what you're seeing. Like, you saw Netflix, Amazon, all of these powerhouses had to lay some people off at some point. So it's not like a super shocker that we're seeing this right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.